I want to be real. That America really reminds me of my friend's narcissistic ex. Telling you things like, we're the best country in the world, and doesn't provide on a very basic level for things like healthcare and affordable food and reasonable amounts of maternity leave. America tells you that it is family friendly or like has family values, but it has a disdain for children, a very apparent disdain. Literally, when I go to almost any other country in the entire world, people look at me as a mom of 5. They find out that I have 5 kids, and instead of saying something rude, like somebody at a grocery store in America would say, like, don't you know how that happens? What people say when I travel the world with my 5 kids is, congratulations. There is a tangible difference how people treat children outside of America. Even the whole school shooting situation in America is completely gaslighting because, again, America says it values families, it has family values, and school is not safe for children. The most essential place for children to be besides their home is not safe. Sounds like gaslighting to me. We have family values. Your children, we're not going to legislate anything to protect your children while they're at school. We're going to tell them that they need to throw water bottles at armed intruders. Like, are you kidding me? This does not match. There's so much about America that does not match. America is like a controlling ex who is like gaslighting you all the time and making you think that you have to stay and telling you that it's the best country in the world. But then you're looking at the reality, okay? You're looking at the reality of this abusive relationship. It is. Not gonna lie. The things that are going on in America right now are not right. They have been wrong for a long time. So if you feel like no matter what you do, you feel underwater in America, but America keeps telling you that it's absolutely the best place in the world, you are not crazy. If you are ready to make your exit plan, even if it's for the next few years and not permanently, I would love to support you with my Get Me to Europe call. It is for people who are already planning on leaving but aren't really sure where you're going or how it's all going to happen. America guilts you for leaving and for wanting something better, like an abusive relationship. One person starts to wonder if they just need to try harder. They need to do more. They begin to think, surely something is wrong with me that I can't handle this. Really, it's because the whole relationship and the whole situation is abusive. When I was a virtual assistant, I worked with a divorce coach, and I'm very familiar with the divorce world, even though my personal experience has been a happy, stable marriage, and I am thankful for that. I'm familiar with a lot of moves of high control situations. So that can be groups, that can be cult of one, which would be like an abusive relationship where that person is trying to coerce the other person in the relationship to basically have their world revolve around the abusive individual. I have watched friends be in relationships where the ex is saying things like, this is all your fault. Everything that's happening, everything that's falling apart is your fault. And the ex says this to a person who has literally like poured herself out for the family, has tried to figure out how to get along, has worked so hard for the well-being of the children and tried to fight for the marriage. And America is this way. America tells you, like, if you just worked harder, you would be successful. Telling you, no, it's all your fault. If you just worked harder, you would be able to be successful and steady and rich and have what you need. But because you are lazy and whatever, like all the weird things, like these cultural values where capitalism to the extreme strips away the humanity of people. Tell me in the comments if you have ever felt gaslit by America claiming to be the greatest country in the world, the freest country, and then looking at the evidence and how your body feels there and just not feeling like it is the freest country in the world. Another way that America is like a controlling, allegedly narcissistic ex is that it says, here, this is the wonderful life I'm going to give you if you just stay with me. But over and over, when push comes to shove, they don't show up for you. America promises this beautiful, free future, but they don't make it affordable for you to live. They don't make it affordable for you to buy vegetables and fruits. America doesn't make it affordable for you to buy a home. But it promises you this best country in the world future, similar to multiple exes of my friends who like dangle this imaginary magical future. Oh, if you would only stay with me, we could have owned this home. Or if you had only stayed with me, then I would have bought you this really nice jewelry. But because you're leaving, your whole future is ruined. But I think America set itself up trying to get us to believe that all of these other places are not good, and that America is the best, the good place, and yet it doesn't back up its word. Other wild stuff that America does. America tells you that you probably shouldn't go to that foreign country because it's dangerous there. And then things like ICE in Minneapolis happens. America tells you that it is fair and just and democratic. Then the government doesn't follow its own rules. My friends' exes portray themselves to be like the best option. I've given you the whole world and you're so lucky and you're never gonna find a man as good as me. All the other men, like, they're trash and I'm the only man who's great. The overlaps just continue to astonish me. I feel like the number one thing that people who have experienced a high control group or a high control marriage, an abusive situation in a marriage, the person who is experiencing the abuse starts to think that it's their fault and that they're losing their mind. I've seen this happen repeatedly. In divorce lawyer speak, there is a term that is used. It's untenable. If a person is experiencing abusive, law-breaking behavior from their soon-to-be ex, the lawyer will make a case that the situation is untenable. It's unsustainable. It's not going to work anymore. The situation for Americans in so many ways has become untenable. And so if you are feeling like America is an abusive ex and you are wondering if it's all your fault or if you're just making it up, you're not overreacting. You are not overreacting. America is crashing out right now. I'm not going to say that these things have not always been a problem. Look at the civil rights movement, many different civil rights movements. Japanese internment camps during World War II. Look at the founding of America and the treatment of indigenous people in America. America keeps repeating these behaviors, okay? America is a long-term abuser. Long-term. These are deeply ingrained patterns. They are not going to change anytime soon, and it is okay if you want out. My name is Andy. I'm a mom of 5 who moved to Europe in 2020. I've lived in Eastern and Western Europe, and I help people who are ready to leave and get out of this crazy relationship and get a breath. Please tell me in the comments if you can relate, if this resonates with you. I'm sure there will be plenty of people in the comments telling me the opposite. So if you're resonating with this, I would super appreciate it if you would type a little comment down there and let me know that I am not the only one who has noticed this.